Welcome to the IPF World Championships live from Lithuania. And Alex, we have the men's 83 kilo Group B back-to-back flights, a well-populated division, and of course later on tonight it is the return of none other than Russell Orhe. And how excited are you for the return of Russ, Alex?
Well, first of all, Ryan, good afternoon, and yeah, I'm freaking excited to see it. I can't wait to see the return of the king, right?
That's what they say,
Yeah.
and I don't know about yourself. I thought it was one of the best sessions I've ever seen with your brother earlier on
Yeah.
in the World Championships, but how exciting was that, my friend?
Oh, I think like when you talk about the 66th throwdown in 2024, has to be, as you said, one of the greatest IPF session ever. I mean, it was so close. Technically speaking, like we saw the coaching staff doing amazing thing, and until the very last lift, we didn't know who was going to win, right? So, hats off to Kasim Sen for taking his redemption. Hats off to Joe Garcia. He was fighting until the very end, and of course, well done, Pana, for having this fighting spirit from A to Z, and yeah, that was an epic one. But can't wait to see the 83s and starting out with the B sessions.
Yeah, this is a super stacked division, and we were taking a look at some of the openers, and we might have some gentlemen who might be finishing off in the late 700s.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
competitive.
Yeah, for sure, and can't wait to see some of big deadlifts first attempt. But for now, let's focus on with Li Hao from China, opening at 190 kilos. That was a solid opener, 3 weights.
Yeah, depth for sure on point.
Yeah, he's more than in. 197.5 now for the first attempt of Abela Joseph from Malta.
Malta, pretty new to the World Championships, but they got quite a few lifters.
Yeah, definitely a powerlifting nation on the rise.
Obviously hosting the 3-lift Open World Championships last year, and did an amazing job at that.
They will host as well the 2024 World Junior Championships on late August. .200 kilos now for Yanis Kouvaros from Cyprus. Having an issue with the rack height, I think.
No issue with the opening weight though.
Yep. Good lift for him. .217.5 for Ian Pace from Malta as well. And I don't know if I should say Pace or Pache. we'll have to answer that question as quick as possible, right?
Nice squat opener there for Ian. 3 white lights.
Bars now loaded at 227.5 for Yahya Musa from Lebanon. One of the few athletes from Lebanon, Ryan, but I think we'll have a huge contender in the 120s.
So I hear, in talking about the Lebanese powerlifting team, obviously Joya and the 52s winning the Junior World Championships, but Etienne in the 120s, also the reigning world champion in the juniors, is a contender and a serious contender in the Open later on this week.
Yeah, that's what we heard at least. And 3 whites.
If the scouting reports are to be believed. If you look online, we haven't seen any posts from him since March, so
Yeah,
it's all whispers.
he's hiding in the bush. Now we have Rafael Ramos from Brazil, 232.5.
Three white lights. Yeah, depth right on that line. But on the fair side.
And back to back, another Brazilian athlete, Eduardo Samarago, 235. With his splendid SBD Brazil singlet.
Another nice squat opener. Good attempt selection here in the 83 kilo Group B class thus far.
Yeah, as you always say, this is exactly the way an opener should look like, right?
That's not a short flight from Brazil.
Nope.
And I'm coming from the Western Hemisphere. I can tell you that the time zone changes, they will rattle you a stitch.
245 now for Dominic Tyrell from Guyana. One of the athletes from the B group that can go at 715, maybe higher on total. Let's see.
Yeah, looking at his openers, them alone will take him to 715. He's got a big opening pull of 315, so very interested to see how he progresses throughout the day. Wow, a lot more in the tank.
That was lovely and deep. 3 whites. Already the last opener to conclude the first round, and this one will be for Youssef Yacoub at 265.
Representing Kuwait, and Kuwait, another nation that's well represented at these World Championships. Seen more and more lifters from Kuwait over the years. Oh, whoa! And that move like a third, not an opener, and he looks a little surprised himself. Hey
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Look at the expression. Says it all. What happened there? Look at he's looking around as if looking for a reason. That was a huge fight for a
Yeah.
squat opener. Look at the animated expression on his face.
That was super difficult.
2.5 kilos at most, and I'd be shocked if he comes out for a third.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But still all green for the openers now. Once again with Lee Hao 200 on the bar, a 10 kilo jump between his first and his second. And that's a good lift. Maybe 5 more kilos to come for him. We'll see. A high bar squatter, which is quite rare these days. 210 now for Joseph Abella. A 12.5 kilo jump for the Malta athlete.
This is a 9-lifter flight. Still relatively quick. Oh, the depth is looked a bit high from over here. Let's see what the judges say. Okay, so the judge from our side also called it high, but our replay will take it from the opposite angle. And it looks better. Yeah, it looks much better.
Yeah, the jury's having a close look at that, for sure. And that will stay like this. So yeah, good lift. 2:15 now for the second attempt of Yannis Kouvaros from Cyprus. 15 kilo jump. A quite aggressive strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
Ooh, slowed him quite a bit. I mean, his jump from the second to third's got to be a lot less.
Yeah.
But he's successful. Picks up 15 more kilos and managing his energy with a nice, smooth, easy opener.
$225 now for Ian Pace. 7.5 kilo jump. That was a quick walkout.
And he's quite a bit back from the rack. That's quite a few steps.
Yeah.
Three wides.
$240 kilos for the Lebanon athlete Yahya Musa, coached by Pana. 12.5 kilo jump.
He's coached by Penna.
Yep.
Is that right? But then I assume he's going to be ready.
Yeah.
$12.5 kilo jump from his opener. Moved like a second attempt should.
Yeah, and yeah, I was questioning about the depth, but 3 wide, so 12.5 kilo isn't a problem for Musa. Of course, that was deep enough. Once again, another 2.5 kilo jump for Rafael Ramos. And that is 3 white lights. Still cruising for the squat session. To 45 as well for Eduardo Samarago.
Must be some interesting battles back at the Brazilian Nationals.
Yeah. Yeah, 660 for him if he succeeds. 667.5 for Ramos.
Oh, yikes, that was a good scrap. Big pause halfway up. A bit of a helicopter motion. The right side started coming forward a little bit, but able to push through. The question is now, was he exerting too much energy for his third? What do you think, Alex?
Well, I think he twisted a bit, as you mentioned. Maybe, if he stays in the right position, maybe he'll be able to lift 2.5 more. But I won't go like 250. Maybe seems a little bit too high for the day. We'll see. Now we have Tyrell jumping 12.5. This is a 257.5 second attempt. One of the few Guyana representative.
And that was very smooth.
Yeah, 3 whites and more to come, I'm sure. He's building slowly but surely a quite solid total. 727.5 for now. Let's see right now with Youssef adding 5 more kilos. Seemed really close to his limit on his thirst.
And that's that's a fact. 5 kilos is going to be an extremely big scrap. Now, he looked a little perplexed why it was such a fight. Maybe he's just got to meet this with a little more aggression and kick it into another gear and he'll be fine. But he won't be surprised this time. He's ready for the fight, and that can make a lot of difference.
Yeah, 100%.
And if I was him and the Kuwait staff, I would say, you know what? We'll see you guys in bench press. We're going to adjust accordingly. Whether it was the travel, the weight cut, something seems to be a stitch off. Adjust all your numbers in the bench press. You got time. Adjust the numbers for the deadlifts. And just take what's there on the day.
Absolutely agree with you. As we are starting the third round on squat, 207.5 for How. And that's 3 white lights, good lift. And as you predicted, Ryan, Jakub won't come for a third attempt. he will focus on bench press session, and I think it's a more wise thing to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea. I would co-sign that. Wow, a little bit of intensity here.
It took 15 now for Joseph's last lift. So we'll try to add more green on the scoreboard. That's a good lift. 3 whites. Perfect third attempt selection here by Malta's coaching staff. A 2.5 kilo jump. As predicted, it was indeed a little bit difficult in a second for Yannis Kouvaros from Cyprus.
Yeah, he took a huge 15-kilo jump from his second, from his first to his second. 2.5 kilos, I think is prudent given how 215 worked. They probably thought they were going to do a bigger jump to the third, but adjust depending on the day. Nicely done. And no major ask there. He's fine for bench press and deadlifts.
Yeah, absolutely. He did the job and can walk away with confidence as he did a 3 for 3 on squat event, which is always a good news. You know, to start the competition, you feel a little bit nervous at the first attempt on squat, and then as soon as you see that, all right, I'm good on the D-Day, so there's more room.
Alex, do you believe in the commentator's curse?
Yeah.
I won't say it then. Actually, no, never mind. We had a missed lift. I can't say it. So, very clean squat session. Nobody's missed on their third attempts. Everybody's done a great job selecting it, except for the Kuwait lifter who was surprised a little early, and I think they made the proper adjustments.
Yeah, totally. And now we have Ian, who just... yeah, I was about to say that he just nailed his third attempt, but no, that wasn't enough, so no lift for Ian.
You know, yeah, that was about borderline on depth.
You'll say with a 220 best attempt, and now we'll have 247.5 for Musa Yahya, the Lebanese athlete.
Go too much of a fight there.
Yeah, that was close though. Had to try. Maybe this 247.5 seemed a little bit ambitious compared to his second attempt, but you know, sometimes you have numbers in your mind and you just try to walk away with it. 247.5 for Eduardo Saramago.
Just a 2.5 kilo jump, and when you're at your top end, 2.5 kilos can make a world of difference.
Yeah, trying to match his actual PB on squat. That's worth the fight. That was close. He was close to overpass his ticking point, but maybe it was a small lack of strength today. So I'll say with a 245 best lift. And now Rafael Ramos, 252.5.
Oh, excellent fight here on his third attempt. Sticking with it right through the lockout. Beautifully done.
Yeah, 3 watt lights, and that what you call commitment, dedication. 3 for 3 on squad event, and a huge grind. Well done, sir. 265 now for Dominic Tyrell, a 7.5 kilo jump.
Pretty smooth third attempt. Tyrell pacing himself well.
And he was actually pointing at you, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
You'll explain me the backstory after, right?
I don't have a backstory. I ran into him in the warm-up room. We shook hands, and I think he's just enjoying putting on a show.
I mean, he's close to the US, right? So has to deal with the showtime spirit of the Americans. That concludes our B group first flight.
Yeah, we'll move directly into the second flight of Group B, and this is, of course, the openers. So we'll pull back the excitement a bit, unless, we certainly hope we pull back the excitement. When there's excitement on the openers, that means somebody is misjudged.
Yeah. So, oh, no lift for Kezo.
Here we are. Look at that. Maybe there is a commentator's curse. 2-1, a missed opener. Let's take a look at this depth. This is the side where he got a white. Yeah, you know what? Even there, it looks maybe a stitch high, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks high, to be fair. We hoping that he will be able to make the extra effort to reach that depth, right? Because, of course, it's the highest standard in the world. Talking about world championships, you need to convince the referees. And now you have another Singaporean athlete, Ang Christophe, 232.5. That was a great opener. 3 whites. Bar is loaded at 240 for Christophe Boulos from Qatar.
A little discussion here. Want the proper height and weight. Now that we have a second, I'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Alico, who supplied all the equipment you see on the platform here today and every day at the World Championships, as well as SBD, sponsoring several of the national teams. You'll see their kit, wrist wraps, knee sleeves, and belt, as well as Visit Malta, last year's 3-lift Worlds in Malta, and it is a beautiful place to visit.
Can't wait to go there, to be fair. So yeah, 240 for Christophe Boulos, representing Qatar with Lebanese roots. Oh, yeah. That's a good lift. 3 whites.
The bar is loaded. 242.5 kilos for Elias Debut.
242.5 for Elias de Buck, representing Belgium.
Elias coming back from injury. He'll do good to repeat his best lifts. Smooth opener. Looks like all systems to go.
Yeah, all good for Elias. 3 whites. Now we'll have Jose Manuel Villarrubia Tordesillas.
We have 245 kilos on the bar.
245 on the bar, handled by Jaime Correr.
Nice smooth squat opener by Manuel.
The bar is loaded for Patrick Putzi.
245 on the bar for Patrick Curzi. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but I think this is the first athlete from Switzerland that we are seeing in these 2024 World Championships.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't recollect myself. I haven't commentated all the B sessions, so one might have skated by me.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice squat for Switzerland here, though.
Yeah, smooth opener. Martin Hladik from Czechia now, opening as well as 245. Six years competing. Opening 15 kilos below his PB, so this should be good. Let's see.
Makes easy work at 245, and Czechia is on the board.
With a really specific squatting style, right?
Yeah, relatively close-footed.
Yeah, really narrow stance.
You get some bounce out of the bottom, but it's difficult to fight if you need to.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you hear Team Japan shouting for Tetsuta Nakagawa.
Speaking of the 66s earlier, Kyoto amongst those in the crowd cheering on his fellow Japanese lifter.
Yeah, as well as Yusuke Satake, who did really great on bench press, on both bench press and squat, to be fair. Huge 66 level, and he literally smoked it. 250 isn't a problem for Tetsuya. The last lifter to complete the first one. The first round will be Tianyu Xiao from China, 260.
Smooth squat opener.
3 weights.
The bar is loaded. There's 227.5 kilos on the bar.
Once again with Kenzo, as he will try to put himself on the board with his 227.5 second attempt.
Yeah, missed 227.5 on his opener. Still has 2 more lifts. No need to get overly excited. Can hit this and be right back on pace. What do you think, Alex?
I think he looks good for me. Yeah.
The white lights. Now the conversation is with Team Singapore. Does he take his original third attempt weight that he wanted, or ask for an audible? Take something else.
Yeah, I don't know, like, he did the extra effort to fit the standard, right, to reach that depth, but yeah, 12.5, that doesn't look out of reach.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. 245 now for Christophe Ang in Singapore as well. Opener looked really easy. Good lift, still in total control of the weight. Let's say 7.5 kilos more.
The bar is loaded.
Elias the Buck, 255. That will be 10 kilos below his PB.
Yeah, 12.5 kilo jump here. Let's see how 255 moves. Coming back from injury, if this moves like a second attempt should, we might see him equal his previous personal best.
Do you think that's the strategy you want to apply?
That's what I was told by Team Belgium in the back. If the day's good and he's feeling good, try to match those previous PBs. Not bad for a comeback.
Yep. Come up, Elias.
Move like a second attempt should. 3 white lights.
I was a bit concerned about the depth, to be fair, but
You know what? It was around on that line. Let's take a look at the replay.
yeah, it was, as you said, it was like 51 good lift to 49 no lift percentage, right?
Well, the strike zone has been established for Elias.
255 as well for Martin Hladic from Czechia. Once again, a good lift.
The bar is loaded. We have 255 kilos.
15-kilo jump for Christophe Boulos. Smoked his opener. Yalla, Christophe.
Depth for sure. No question there. Another nice smooth second attempt. And Chung, who had a rough opening squat, back on pace. And the fellas in the 83 kilo flight 2 of Group B, smooth sailing thus far.
Yeah. A 15 kilo jump now. Let's see how it looks like for Jose Manuel. Trying to match up his previous PB with this one. His actual PB. And that's 3 white lights. Good lift. Made the extra effort to reach the depth. Of course, nothing to say except congratulations. $260 as well for Patrick Cuosier.
And this is a pretty big 15 kilo jump for Patrick.
And he's a pretty big guy as well.
Handles it well, 3 white lights.
And yeah, he is really jacked. All muscles. $262.5 for Tetsuta Nakagawa. Gambare.
And Nakagawa picking up 12.5 kilos on his second attempt. Yeah, that bar path, up, down, no major slowdowns.
And let's see how Tianyu deals with this 272.5 second attempt.
I remember not long ago, 83s squatting 600 pounds and up was something special. And here we are, second attempts in Group B, 272.5, that's 601 pounds.
Yeah, as you said, the medium line of the 83s as well as all the weight classes is so stronger than it was.
Oh, but that was
Wow.
a fight, Alex.
Yeah.
3 white lights, efforts rewarded, but begs the question, where does he go from here?
2.5. Has to be 2.5, right? He really close to his, he looked close to his limit, and it wasn't a technical issue, right? It was technically clean, so. And now, Kenzo's last lift. Will this 12.5 kilo jump be good? We'll have an answer in a couple of seconds. As we said, he'll have to reach the depth.
Three white lights he does, 12.5 kilos onto his total. Let's take a look at this one more time on a slow-mo replay. Yeah, it looks a lot better on the slow-mo from that angle.
Yeah. to 52.5 now for Christophe. As predicted, a 7.5 kilo jump.
Oh, it's an excellent fight as the sticking point comes around the midpoint. But you know, if I'm honest,
Yeah.
we'll take a look at the replay. And the replay, of course, coming from the angle that got him the white light, that actually looks good.
Yeah.
That's the angle that got him the white light. But live, we're on the other side. It did look a stitch high. And Ty being the center ref, we don't get that view. Oh, jury's overruled it. Good lift overall.
You know, Ryan, they saw the right side, right? They had the same replay as us, and from the right side, of course,
That's
it
right.
looks good. 260 now.
When in doubt, give it to the lifter. Don't take it away.
Absolutely. Eddie is now only 5 kilo below his actual PB. So this will be a huge performance, knowing that he was injured a couple of times ago. And that's a good lift to the one.
Seeing the replay here, this is actually the side. The referee, who's Evie Corrigan, no less,
Yep.
red lighted it, and it did look a little high from the slow-mo side.
That was tape. Yeah, that was tape. He's safe. 262.5 for Martin Hladik. Three white lights.
Yeah, solid third attempt for Martin.
Walking away with this 3 for free on squad event. Stacking confidence. And now the last attempt of Jose Manuel Villarrubia Tordesillas, attempting a 5 kilo jump.
Ooh, nice catch by those spotters, so quick. And if we have a slow-mo replay, he goes into the descent, and you're gonna see a shift forward onto the balls of his feet, and he loses balance right here. Boom, catch immediately. You have a split second to make those decisions and grab that weight. And they are oh so on point for the lifter's safety.
Yeah, really efficient since the beginning of the competition. Huge shout out to them. Really professional. As we have now Patrick Kersey, 265 for Big Patrick. Yes.
What a fight on Patrick. He laughs to himself. Wow, that was a bit of effort. I think he's signaling to his coach. He got a little out of position. Yeah, right there. You see his chest bowed, got out of position. Probably a bigger fight than he would have liked, but He's good for it and gave us a show, and we're grateful.
And this man as well is going to give us some show. Tetsuta Nakagawa, 270 kilos for his last attempt. Ike Tetsuta. And as well a good lift, but this time it wasn't that much of a grind, right?
Yeah, it was pretty clean in the Japanese contingency in the crowd. Happy with that one.
Started at 240 and now 270 as a last attempt, a 30 kilo jump between 3 lifts. This is Christophe Boulos. As he will try to be biggest squatter of the B group with Nakagawa at 270 as well. We'll see. He has what it takes for sure. Come on, up, 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 up.
Oh, no, that was just a little too much on the day.
Yeah, and you know, approaching your max when you're twisting, then it's kind of over, right? Just twisted a bit, as you can see here on the replay. And
Yeah, look at that twist. You're right.
the last lift now will be for Chanyu Xiao. 5 rate plates, Ryan. Huge milestone for a lot of lifters.
$2.5 kilo jump from the second. But again, we've seen what 2.5 kilos can do when you're at the top end.
Had to try though. 272.5 looked indeed close to his limit, right? But that was worth to try.
And with that, we conclude the squat session for the 83 kilo Group B. We're going to take a short 10-minute break and be right back with the bench press. And welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Lithuania, where we have the men's 83 kilo Group B session. And Alex, we had a bit of fireworks there in the squat event. Some people missing their openers, coming back, rallying, hit it. Some people opening rather heavy and saw some scraps, didn't we?
Yeah, it was indeed really entertaining to watch, and overall pretty much solid session. As we say, the average level has been improving a lot since these 2 to 3 last years. I think the top three squatting 272 and a half, 270 and 265, which is pretty decent, right, for a big group.
83 squatting over 600 pounds. And as we take a look at the projected, some of these gentlemen might end up in the late 700s. Very competitive lifting here in the 83 kilo Group B class.
Yep, good show to come, and we'll have Hao Li opening at 95 kilos from China. 120 as his best performance, so this one should be really easy. Yes, it was.
Smooth, easy work. And obviously squats, when you hit your opener, that's your first lift of the entire day. And you're already relatively warmed up by the bench press, but there's a lot of possible infractions when it comes to the bench press. So the first bench is still relatively dicey.
Yeah, you really want to stay focused from A to Z, as you said. A lot of infractions that you can make on bench press. So yeah, better be concentrate, and let's see if Yanis Kouvaros will be concentrate as well, opening with his 1 and 10.
Smooth work. Now we had mentioned some of the lifters had a tougher than expected opening squat, and we'll be paying attention if they made adjustments with their opening bench press.
Joseph Abella, 112 and a half.
Smooth opening bench for Joseph.
Wearing the SBD Phantom range. Huge success. Now we have Musa Yahya, 115 for his first attempt.
Interesting, actually rested on his chest, slightly off tilted, but didn't affect him any. In the future though, when weight gets a little heavier, it might change the bar path. As you take a look right there.
Oh yeah.
Offset. Weight not heavy enough to overly affect him.
Yeah, he'll have to take care with this. 140 kilos for Ian Pass. As we mentioned earlier, the closer you get to your limit, the most efficient you have to be.
Looks like a smooth opener. Judges agree.
Same weight for Eduardo Samarago.
Nicely done. Brazil on the board.
Yeah, three whites for the Brazilian athletes, handled by, correct me if I'm wrong, but David Coimbra, right?
That is David Coimbra. He's been at the World Championships several times. I remember 2028 when he came from behind pulling for the win and gave L.S. McLean and the Americans the scare of their life. He's had some moments.
Yeah, definitely used to be one of the top Gs back in the days. Rafael Ramos, 145.
Both Brazilians on the board in the bench press.
At the beginning, it looks like it's going to be difficult, but then Basis is taking point real quick. He's on the board. And now let's see now if Youssef Yakub is going to open close to his limit or not. As you said earlier, the squat was really rough for him.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation because Yusuf has 200 kilos as his previous personal best, but the opening squat really rattled him. You seen him looking around as though, where did that come from?
He was lost, yeah.
Fight of his life for it, and it looks like based off of the 200 kilo previous personal best, opening is 155. I think Kuwait did the proper adjustment, but proof is in the pudding. Okay, that looked like an opener should, sir.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, at least more than his squat, that's for sure.
yeah, for
100%.
sure.
Yeah. The highest opener goes to Guyana with Dominique Tyrell, 155.
And it says on his, I mean, his profile might be old, but 140 kilos his previous personal best, opening 15 kilos above that. As I take a pause, I'll take a look at his opening powerlifting because sometimes,
He used to be in a 74
is that
because
right?
he lives in France and he used to be in 74. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's his 74 best bench press. I think so.
Made easy work of that.
So that concludes our first round, and everyone is on board.
Again, 9 lifters, relatively short flight, quick turnaround. By the time we get the deadlifts, it can wear you down.
Yeah, getting closer and closer to prime time session, Ryan.
The return of Russell Orhe in his quest to win a 3rd world title.
Yeah. And how with this 102.5 second attempt nailed it 2 for 2. He's looking happy, living his life in his world championship. $117.5 for the second attempt of Joe Abella from Malta. 5 kilo jump. Still relatively smooth and a good lift. $120 for the second attempt of Musa Yahya, jumping 5 kilos.
So far, so good. Everybody, the temp selection appears to be on point. Testing the waters in the squat, making adjustments in the bench press.
Once again, a 12.5 kilo jump between his first and his second for Yanis Kouvaros.
Now, 12.5 kilos in the bench press when you're opening at 110, that's a sizable jump.
Yes, it is. As you said, especially on bench press.
He took a big jump in squat. Maybe it's the way he likes to play it. Let's see how it slows him down. Holy moly. I believe there's down up there.
Yeah, 100%.
And 12.5 kilos, a big jump on squat is one thing. It's gonna feel extremely heavy on your hands on the platform and bench. He did manage to lock it out. You can see the down up rate there, and that was never gonna pass.
Yeah.
Can he make proper adjustments? Maybe the jump was heavy and now he's acclimatized to it.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that he lost his butt tension, and I think that's why he did a downward movement. So let's hope for him that he will be able to lift it on his third. But for now, let's focus with Ian Pace. 145. A more reasonable 5 kilo jump for him.
Ooh, but still a little too much, Alex.
That's why you call the commentary curse, right?
Take a look at the replay here. Digs his heels in. Yeah, the brakes came on just a couple inches off his chest, and that's a bit surprising judging how his opener moved.
Yeah, as we said, bench can be really hard, you know, from a kilo to another, and we have a perfect example of it with his 5 kilo jump. Now we have Eduardo Saramago, sorry, at 145 as well.
Another 5 kilo jump. That's how a second attempt should look.
And that's a good lift. $150 for another lifter do Brazil, Rafael Ramos.
36 years old, 16-year veteran
Yeah,
of the game.
almost half of his life. So he knows what he's doing. Three whites.
He's happy with it. Looking to carry that positive momentum into the third and final round of benching. And take a look at this replay. Nice smooth bench.
Having a great lifting day so far. $7.5 kilo jump now for Youssef.
Youssef had a shaky squat event, had to scrap it out on his opener, failed the second, scratched his third, but looks like he made the proper adjustments in the bench press. 155, moved as you would expect an opener to, jumping up 7.5 kilos from there. It slowed, but he's got a little bit more. What do you think, Alex? What would
5
you-
kilos. 5 kilos. I mean,
You do think 5 kilos?
he looks like a type of lifter that reaches for the difficult, right?
right. Is that your measure of this man?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would say 2.5, and let's see what they choose and how the story unfolds.
Yeah. As we are now once again with Dominic Tyrell. Same weight and same jump, 162.5 and a 7.5 kilo jump.
And Dominic opening at a previous personal best. Possible 7.5 kilo improvement today, should he hit this. Smooth and move like a second attempt should.
He whites, of course, it's a good lift.
Dom is on point. 5 for 5. A reminder, we have 2 flights here in the Group B, and Group A still to come later on today.
107.5 now for the last attempt of how. And a good lift once again for How. Joseph Abella taking the minimal jump, 2.5 kilos for a 120 last attempt.
He's previously hit 122.5. Good on the day for Team Malta. 3 for 3 in the bench press event.
Yeah, that looked like a complete third attempt. And now let's see, Ryan, if Yanis Koubaros will be able to add 12.5 more kilos to his total.
Somewhat surprising. So Giannis has hit 132.5 previously in competition. This is 10 kilos below that. However, 1 year competing and definitely the first time at the World Championship, some international travel. It's not from a lack of effort. Left it all on the platform. And this is why you open light, buy yourself some insurance.
Yeah, getting close to your max, but not trying to reach it on his second attempt. But he will learn from this for sure. You'll learn from your mistakes, right? So only 1 year of lifting is still really new in the sport. $122.5 for Yahya Musa.
And I don't think he's coming out for this last attempt. So I'm going to take this opportunity to give a shout out to Alico, whose equipment we see on the platform here today and every day, and SBD, who sponsors a lot of these national teams, and see all of their kit on some of these lifters, including the belts, wrist wraps, and knee sleeves, as well as Visit Malta, that hosted the World Championships a year ago. I had a lovely time. If you got some vacation days this summer, please do visit Malta.
Yeah, do visit Malta because there's a lot of sun. People are so nice, and yeah, I mean, you always have a blast, right? And speaking about Malta, Ian Pace trying now to retake his 145.
Oh, nice segue, sir. Nice segue.
5 kilo jump. Should he get this? Once again, I'm not sure he's going to come, right?
Wow, we might have back-to-back. A little bit of extra time here. Well, if I got another 30 seconds, allow me to talk about the return of Russell Orhe,
Yeah.
two-time world champion, looking to be the first 83 ever to win 3 world titles, Alex.
Yeah, and he's in a great spot to do it. But he will have to battle for it, of course, because Jarin is here and he's not going to kid. He's not planning to kid, right?
Not only Jurgens, we also have, of course, Enahoro, a bit of a miracle man, always loads up on the final deadlift to pull for the win. Kafui Hochoyame from Canada, another threat. And, of course, Giannis from your
Bouchou,
homeland,
yes.
France.
Yeah.
It is a stacked class, and the world will meet Russell on the platform to vie for the 83 kilo world title.
Thanks for this great teaser. Can't wait to be here and to witness it with my own eyes, because we are going to have a hell of a show, that's for sure. But for now, we're with Eduardo Saramago, 150.
And that looks like a third to me, Alex. 3 white lights, leaving it all on the platform. Eduardo, straight up emotional, hitting that final bench press.
Powerlifting is as well emotions, Ryan, right?
You don't gotta tell me, your brother, plenty of emotions the other day
Yeah.
on the platform.
Yeah.
It drives them.
Same as Waskar when he hit this
Absolutely.
last massive grind in order to secure his Sheffield invitation.
We've seen a lot of moments, a lot more moments left to come.
155 now for Rafael Ramos. Another Brazilian. And both of them are having a blast so far.
Ooh, it's a big fight off the chest.
Yeah,
Too
he
much
didn't
on the
care
table.
for- Yeah. Congrats to him. Penultimate lifter of this first flight, the 83B group, Dominic Tyrell, 167.5.
And building a bit of a handsome total. Should he hit this with his deadlift opener, he'll be at 747.5. And we had talked about, if everything goes as planned, Dominic might find himself in the late 700s. Seems to be on his way. And there it is. I see him nodding his head
Yeah,
at the lockout, telling himself, we're here. 6 for 6 at the World Championships. It was slow and steady, but looked like it was never in doubt.
And now the last lifter ran another 7.5 kilo jump. You've expected 2.5 kilos. I've expected 5 kilo. No, this man will go 7.5.
He put those together and landed at 7.5. And 170, here we are. Now, when you've already bench pressed 200 kilos on the platform before, it tends to give you a level of confidence with 170.
Yeah, let's see if confidence is enough for his third attempt. Ooh,
Wow.
apparently yes.
Well, confidence goes a long way on the platform. A shaky squat event for 3 for 3 in the bench. And he's back on pace. Yeah, that's a good looking third. As a matter of fact, we've seen him fight for his opening attempt on squat. He worked for it, but it wasn't a huge scrap. There's more left in there.
Yeah.
And we are going to go to the bottom of the order in the second flight of Group B. So these are the openers.
Yeah, so we usually say last on bench, first on deadlift. Now it's last on squat, first on bench press for Christophe Boulos, opening at 140, squat at 270 almost. And 3 white lights, a pretty comfy opener for him. Let's have a quick look at the replay. Yeah. Kenzo Waikit Chong from Singapore, opening at 147.5.
Makes easy work of that. Kenzo on the board.
$150 for Xiao Tianyu from China. 272.5 as his best squat. I won't be surprised if he's a former weightlifter because he lifted a clean high bar squat, opening at 150 on bench. Let's see. Yeah, that's a solid opener for him. Good lift. He's actually quite tall for an 83.
Yeah, he might have to cut quite a bit of weight while traveling from China, no less. Speaking of big 88s, or 83s, sorry.
Yeah, he's big, he's tall and massive as well. Martin Hladic, 152.5 for Czechia.
Three white lights and Czechia is on the board. Crowd getting hyped up.
Yeah, Team Japan is definitely in the building with Tetsuta Nakagawa, 155 for his opener.
Taking this time for that setup.
Kicked the rack a bit now.
Yeah, it looked like he might have clipped that rack. Let's take a look at this. Definitely didn't eat him. If anything, it would have impeded his pathway. This is going to be difficult to see from this angle, but did he clip it?
I heard the noise, right? But
I thought I heard the noise. It didn't actually look like it too much on that replay.
yeah, nonetheless, he really smoked his opener. Now we have Elias the Buck, 165.
Elias has previously hit 180. The injury he had, a lower body injury, so not expecting his bench press to have been affected. Well, that moves smooth.
Yeah. That's a good lift.
He might end up back at 180. Maybe he's going to have a little more.
2.5 more for the opener of Jose Manuel Villarrubia Tordesillas, Spanish athlete, already equaling his actual PB with this one.
Kind of surprising. He's been competing 7 years to be opening with your previous personal best, unless, like some other lifters, he's moving up a weight class.
Yeah, why not? I don't know, probably. But as you said, like 7 years and
Opening with your
Op-
opener,
open,
that's
yeah.
quick gain, 7 years deep.
That's a lot of gains, yeah, for sure. Well done, and that was easy. That was easy as well.
Move
So
like an opener should.
yeah, 170 kilos for Christophe Ang, Singapore. Huge pool of athletes this year and from Singapore, right?
Yeah, that's right. Also, athlete coached by your brother, Penna Farhana, who's in the
Farhana.
crowd
Yeah.
cheering on, broke a world record earlier this week.
Yeah. 209.
209 it was in the 52 kilo class. That's a monster deadlift. Nice opening bench here by Christophe.
Yeah, just like that, he's on a board. I didn't expect less from Patrick to open the heaviest to conclude the first round. 180 kilos. The massive, big Patrick Kurze from Switzerland. PB at 185. Let's see how it moves.
1 year competing already at the IPF World Championships. Wow, it moves well. Patrick, definitely one of the thicker 83s.
Central West. Send him out. Injury is over, yeah.
So did he skip a rack command?
I think so. It's the, yeah. It's the most
Most
probable
likely
thing.
of
Yeah.
the infractions.
Yeah. Second round, once again with Christophe Boulos, a 10 kilo jump.
Three white lights.
$155 for the second attempt of Kenzo Chong. 7.5 kilo jump. That's a good lift.
Handles it well.
Seven and a half more maybe to match his actual PB.
Yeah, I'd be comfortable with a jump like that.
Yeah. 160 for the second attempt of Martin.
Just 2.5 kilos below his previous personal best. But I think he's got more than 2.5 kilos left in the tank.
At least 5, right?
I think 5 should just about take him there.
Of course, a good lift. Pian Yu Xiao, 160 kilos, a 10 kilo jump.
Yeah, that's sizable. 22-pound jump in the bench press event. It's not small. Add to that, it's only 2.5 kilos below his personal best.
Yeah.
Is it bold?
He
Well,
looks
let's find out.
confident. He looks confident. Yeah.
Wow. Well, pays off.
Well done, sir.
And the Japanese fan base, all on their feet every single time Nakagawa takes to the platform, including the lifters that have already competed earlier
Yeah.
this week.
That's the most beautiful thing, to be honest. Seeing lifter, staying and encouraging her teammates. Powerlifting is a team sport as well, as we always say.
Ooh, there's a bit of a stutter there, but he does lock it out. And 3 white lights as we take a peek at this.
Yeah, a bit of a misdrive right here. Right, so Elias now 7.5 kilo jump, 172.5 for his second attempt.
And it looks like he's 7.5 kilos off from his personal best.
Yeah.
Perhaps pacing to match it, depending on how 172.5 feels. I'd be okay with 7.5 kilos added onto
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that would be fair. Try and stick to the plan, right? Seven and a half kilo jump as well for Jose Manuel. 3 red plates on the bar.
Opened up at a previous personal best, and we are getting deep beyond that. And it looks like there's more in the tank. And he's almost like, I'm not sure myself. It didn't expect it to be that easy.
Where do I go, coach, now? I'm kind of lost, right? I'll say 7.5 is fair as well.
Probably another 7.5 kilos is there for the day.
Yeah, you don't want to waste too many kilos if you miss, right? So 10 kilos has to be a little bit too much.
That's right. Yeah. You'd be leaving kilos on the table.
177.5 for Christophe Ang.
.29 years old, 9-year veteran of the game. Christophe has hit 190 before.
Yeah, that was smooth.
3 white lights.
Right, so Ryan, the eternal question, missing your openers and jumping 5 kilos, even if it looks easy, is that a good thing to do?
If you're in the midst of a battle for the platform or a world title and you're in contention, I'm okay with it because you don't want to drop behind. But in this particular situation, you miss the opener potentially on a technicality even. You jump up 5 kilos and everything could change and it might be missed on strength. I usually would advise against it. Matt Gary, game day go, usually advises against it, but let's take
Yeah.
a look. And this is
The exact
Key-
picture of what you said.
exactly it, right? Hopefully he doesn't bomb out. He does have one more attempt, but it's a risky maneuver. I could see where if you're vying for that world title and it's all or nothing, you're willing to go out on your shield, fine. But that's not the case here. Especially 1 year deep, your first appearance, you don't want to leave having bombed out and have that on you.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Here we are, as you said. And here we are as well. Third attempt now for Christophe. Strict minimal jump. 152.5. Yes. That was a conservative jump, judging by his second attempt, right?
Yeah, 2.5 kilos there, but going 3 for 3, leaving some gas in the tank for the deadlifts.
Kenzo Chong, 160.
It's interesting, he's got his back chalked and even the back of his neck. Not sure he's planning to make contact with the back of his neck and the
I hope
and
not.
the bench, but oh, there it is. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Okay, fair enough. Nicely done. Nice second attempt. Sorry, third attempt. And an extra 5 kilos for his total.
Yeah, this is what we call a yes sir 3 white lights. $162.5 for Tianyu, which felt close to his limit, adding 2.5 kilos, and yeah, he's coming.
162.5 kilos.
Nice third attempt there. 3 for 3 in the squat event. 3 white lights. And the Japanese back on their feet.
Waving the Japanese flag. $165 for Tetsuta Nakagawa.
Ooh, just a little too much on the day there. 2.5 kilos to be specific. Nakagawa moves forward with 162.5.
Martin Hladik, 165 for his last attempt.
That was a pretty smooth third attempt there, Alex. 3 white lights.
Yes, indeed. A lot of reasons to be satisfied about his bench press sessions. And I think he went 3 for 3 on squat events as well, right?
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now Elias,
So they're opting to just move up 2.5 kilos. And I thought 172.5 moved pretty good, and I would have been okay with 180, but I'm pretty sure he's going to hit 175.
yeah, me too, for sure. I would have expected a 75 jump as well, as we said earlier, but if he doesn't feel that confident, then
Wow, you know what?
yeah,
I would have overshot.
yeah,
What do I know? That move, probably like a third attempt should.
yeah,
You go to the back, you have a conversation with your athlete, and sometimes the way it moves, the bar speak can lie to you, Alex.
yeah. The coach knows that, the athlete knows that, so great third attempt selection, of course, for an experienced lifter. 180 kilo. This time he is going to load it. And for another 5 kilo PB for Jose Manuel.
Oh, very difficult, right at lockout.
No lift. Good.
And that's a no lift.
Stay the bar. We have 2 more lifters. The bar is loaded.
Two lifters to come. The first one will be Christophe Ang from Singapore, 182.5.
For 100-pound bench press in Group B of the 83s.
Once again, yeah.
And he locks it out. 3 white lights, 3 for 3 in the bench press.
Well done. Now, the last lift of this bench press session, and the most dramatic, trying to avoid disqualification. This is Patrick Kurzi from Switzerland.
Backed himself into a bit of a corner here. Patrick missed 180, decided to move up to 185 regardless. Missed that one on strength, and here we are. 185 once again for his third and final attempt to get something on the board and not bomb out.
Sure, he can do this. He'll just have to stay focused. Come on, yes.
In dramatic fashion,
Yeah.
Patrick saves himself and might have learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
Take another look at the final bench. What a way to end the Group B bench press session, as we will take a short 10-minute break and return with the deadlifts. and welcome back to the IPF 2024 World Championships, where we have the men's 83 kilo Group B session about to begin in the deadlifts. And Alex, we had some drama and excitement in the squat event, and more again in the bench press, as one of the lifters missed the opener, opting to move up anyways regardless on the second, missed that, and then in the third, in dramatic fashion, saved the day. And here we are in the deadlifts.
Yeah, and he took the first place as well for this B group with.
Yeah, it was all or nothing that last one.
It was an all-in situation, and yeah, he did nail his third attempt and was super hyped up. Can't wait to see him on deadlift event, and hoping for all the athletes that this deadlift session will be a little less rough.
Well, when it's stressful for the lifters, unfortunately, it's high entertainment value for the viewers.
Indeed, Ryan, indeed. 190 kilos for the first attempt of Li Hao from China. Super easy. 3 whites. .230 for Ian Pace. Convincing opener. Oh, 2-1 though. I think that was for dropping the bar before it touches the ground, which is an infraction. Let's see on the replay. Yeah. The jury will stay, so he's safe, but he'll have to take care. 240 now for Yanis Kouvaros. Will he keep his aggressive jump strategy, or will he be a little bit more, let's say, reasonable?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mixed bag in the squat and bench.
Yep. But it was really easy opener, so this time at 15 kilo drop on deadlift seems more reasonable, right? 255 shouldn't be a problem for him for a second. 250 now for Joseph Abella. Three whites. Youssef Yacoub, 265, PB at 300, so this should fly. Yeah, this time it was super easy. Good lifts.
Adjusting to the day, he has previously hit 300 kilos even.
Yeah, finishing close to 300 won't seem out of reach for him on deadlift. 270, 270 for Rafael Ramos from Brazil. Deadlift.
And so far, all of the lifters hitting their opening pulls, solidifying their totals.
Five plates, 275 for Eduardo Saramago.
Nice opening pull.
Yeah. He's looking really happy. .305. Big opener for Yahya Musa.
Nice opening pull for him. 3 white lights.
Already the last opener of this first flight. And as we said, big opener for Dominic Tyrell.
Oh, we got quite the setup here, but if it works, you're opening with 315. Wow. And that was smooth and snappy.
Yeah, that's a really solid opener. Quick look at the scoreboard.
Dominic in an early lead, but it's still early days, just completing our openers. However, should be noted, all of the lifters got their first attempts.
Yep.
We can start take some big jumps from there.
So Ryan, 335 for Dominic's second attempt.
Ooh, that's a 20 kilo jump. 767.5. You're interested in seeing where he ends up if he can keep that pace.
Yeah, and that can get him quite close to the podium on deadlift, right? Maybe not enough, but at least top 5, I'll say.
Let's see where his third is.
Yeah.
I would wager he's in the conversation. We have some monster pullers later on. Russell Orhe, Yanis, Kafui, and Enaharo have all broken the world record deadlift at some point in time. It's, well, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. And while we were talking, how he hit his second attempt at 200, and now here is Ian pace 245. This is now a 20 kilo jump for Yanis Kouparos.
So to answer your question, yes, he will keep the aggressive attempt selection.
Yeah. And he'll push it even further, 20 kilo jump. Yeah, still good.
Wow. So the second moves like a second should. It's probably a case of the opener's just very low in terms of its ability. It's more like taking your last warm up on the platform.
Yeah. But some people, few people need this. Hit it on the platform, you know, gaining confidence. Okay, this is the platform, I've hit it, and now I have the confidence to, you know, try to maybe have a big jump and, you know, getting closer and closer to my limit.
It also conserves some energy. It's essentially like taking 6 attempts instead of 9 towards the top end.
Yeah. A 25 kilo jump now. 275 for Joe
Yeah.
Abella.
Some big jumps here. It is the deadlift event after all.
Once again, good second attempt. 3 whites. $280 kilos for Jakub Youssef.
Yeah, I think if he continues the pace of 15 kilo jumps, he won't end up towards his personal best, but he will cover some ground.
This for 715 total.
I mean, he handles it well. It's one of those deals where, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
I'm shocked as well. It's not the day I planned.
Yeah, but as we say, you know, sometimes when you see that it's not your A game, you're not bringing your A game, you have to adjust and maybe
He
take
did on the
smaller
bench.
jump.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. He did on the bench press, and perhaps the bench press gained him a little bit of false confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I am back on track after all.
285, and he looks fired up. Rafael Ramos from Brazil, a 5 kilo PB attempt. So close.
Having some missed lifts here in the second attempts, Alex.
Yeah, as we said, a lot of big jumps, so that's quite understandable. It's a coin flip, right? Once again, another quite significant jump, 290 kilos for a 15 kilo jump for Eduardo Saramago. And we said the Brazilian battle is indeed really close. And with this one, he'll have the opportunity to almost close the fight.
Some emotions here on the platform. And these are second attempts.
Yeah. Oh, that's another huge pull. Musa Yahya, 327.5, a 22.5 kilo jump. Opener looked easy, but let's see how it goes with his second.
22 and a half kilo jump here. Oh, those knees lock early, but it doesn't matter on the second attempt. He's going to want to tidy that up a little bit by thirds. If we have a replay here, his knees, bang, lock, and it's all back from there, but he's strong enough
Yeah. He,
at 327.5.
he managed to, you know, stick the bar and lean his back. That was really, it is really tough to do when your knees are locked way too early. 335 now, as we said, a 20 kilo jump for Dominic Tyrell. Is it going to be his top end? Will he be able to lift it?
People loving that setup.
Brazilian people love to dance, so of course. Oh yeah.
335 it is.
Yep.
And that's a big 20 kilo jump. I'm wondering what kind of a jump does he take to his third? Probably a lot more conservative. What do you think? 7.5 or 10?
I'll go for 7.5, but I think he'll go 12.5.
Ah, interesting. I think I would say 7.5 as well, and I think
That's the most.
I read his expression as he's leaving the platform. It looks like he was
reaching his top end, right?
Yeah.
Like, thanks for your support.
I think he's 7.5 as well.
7.5. Yeah. That
So we
seems-
both agree that's the prudent
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. 2:15 for the last attempt of Hao Li. 8 for 8 so far. Try to finish the job with all greens everywhere. Yeah, as I was afraid of, he didn't lock his knees, especially his left knee, as you can see here at the replay.
Yeah. Not quite fully locked.
Yeah. Another 15 kilo jump for Ian.
And we might see some failures here. These gentlemen in the final round of deadlifts pushing themselves to the limit and sometimes beyond it. Nice attempt selection by Team Malta.
That was a 7.5 PB. Well done. And now a 12.5 kilo jump to reach the 600 kilos total.
600 pounds, sir.
600 kilos total.
600 kilos. I thought you were talking about the deadlift.
Yeah, but that was. It is. Is it actually 600 pounds?
601.
All right.
Coming from North America,
Yeah,
I up those kilo pound conversion.
Yeah. And you know, to be honest, 600 pounds, 600 kilos, sorry, for his first year competing, it is actually really decent for 83.
Great audience today, Ryan.
And Yusuf capping off. Is he coming out? Oh, looks like he is gonna.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Alex?
It is worth to try. It's your last lift of the day, so you can empty the tank and then have some good rest. I'll have go as well.
Even when he misses, he takes it all in stride. What an end to the day if he can hit this.
As predicted, Ryan, that was a little bit too much for today. And now we have Rafael Ramos, 285, reattempting it.
Similar situation, missed this on his second. Looking to right that wrong on his third. You could see it coming out of his left hand, and it was going to be a difficult task. But I'm looking at his hands as if he's looking for the explanation.
Yeah.
See that coming out of his grip and just able to hang on to it for the lockout.
It's called physics, my friend. Unfortunately, it's time now for Joseph Abella, 292.5, a 17.5 kilo jump.
Slows at the knees. Ooh, comes out of his hands.
Once again, grip issue. Really close to this 300 miles, so 297.5 for Saramago Eduardo. Should he get this?
Tons of heart, but
Yeah.
at the knees. Catches himself with his toes as he falls back. Take a look at this here. Just at the knees, legs locked way too early.
But still, he did the job with his 290 second attempt. And he won the Brazilian battle, 685 for him, 672.5 for Ramos.
The battle for Brazil was won.
Yep. Saramago at the very top of the 83 Brazilian weight class. 337.5 for Yahya Musa. This is going to be a huge battle, judging by his second attempt.
Yeah, it's a big ass, 10-kilo jump.
And I knew it is screaming for him, but unfortunately too heavy for today. And the last lift now of this first flight will be as predicted for Dominic Tyrell, 342.5. And I'm convinced that it has to be a top 5 performance on deadlift, even with the A group.
It just might be, and it'll also finish him off with 775. That's a handsome total if he can lock this out. He looks hyped. He's got the crowd behind him. Watch them react once he starts his deadlift setup with the side kicks. He gets the side stepping. There it is. Oh! And it locks it out, gets a down command. 342.5 it is. What a showman Dominic is. I'm not sure what he said, but it was intense.
Yeah. That concludes the first round.
Prime time. He wants the prime time.
Maybe he will next year for sure because he has
looks
been
like
putting
it.
such a great performance. 775 total, as you said, 342 and a half. A huge performance on deadlift, that's for sure.
And what a showman too. He has the whole crowd cheering for him as he sets up,
Yeah.
calling his shot. Next year, you're going to see me at prime time. And listen, with 775 in 2024, easy to see we might progress into the 800s by next year. And certainly, Alex, that would be good enough for prime time.
Yeah, 800 for sure will be good enough for prime time. It's more likely that 800 will be able, because we never know. And now Christophe open at 265. It was a good lift. Easily done. Same work now for Elias.
And we are back to the openers for flight 2 of Group B, 83 kilo. And that was quite the show for Group B, Alex.
Yeah, indeed. 342 and a half, 327 and a half, 2 lifts well over 300. That's a good lift for Elias as well. Once again, 265, this time for Christophe. And that's a good lift. $275 now for Xiao Tianyu. Oh, you know what? Dominic Terrell has been nominated in seat 22 with 667.5. So it's a 110 kilo PB on total.
Yeah, that's not a bad day.
It's not a bad thing, yeah, for sure. And good lift for Xiao. 284, Patrick Rosie. Good lift for him as well.
Patrick had a bit of a scare in the bench press event, but a lot easier, smoother, and opening to the deadlifts.
Yeah, he's looking confident for the deadlift session. Same weight now for Kenzo Chong. Good lift.
Three white lights.
Patrick is going to ask 300 for his second attempt. And look at that, he will get closer and closer to Tyrell with this one. But of course, it's going to be a little bit too short to catch him, but
Yeah, 20 kilos, nice jump, not bad for deadlifts, but
Yeah.
another 25 will be difficult from
Nah.
the second to third. I
Yeah.
think Terrell's going to leave Group B in the lead.
yeah. 285 for Jose Manuel Villarrubia Tordesillas. Really easy. As you hear the Japanese team shouting for their champion. And here it is 290 kilos for Tetsuta Nakagawa. Really easy opener as well for him. Last lifter for the first round. Vladik Martin, 295 as well. To secure a 722.5 total.
Makes easy work of that. And all of the gentlemen in the 83s are on the board.
Five p.m. here. You know what that means, Ryan. Only 2 hours, less than 2 hours before the A group.
And who returns in the A group, Alex?
Can I call him King or he?
I A stitch early to call him king, but possibly two-time world champion,
Yeah.
looking to reclaim the throne.
I can't wait to see that. 15 kilo jump now for Elias the Buck.
$15 kilos, a little more work for Ilias. 280 kilos there. Wondering if he's going to approach his previous personal best. Judging by squats and bench, probably settle for something a little less.
Yeah, so nominated with 732.5, now sitting with 715, which is more than honorable, knowing that he just finished his, just get rid of his injury, sorry. So 17 and a half is more than reasonable.
Not too much.
Yeah.
Next up, next up nine, 282.5. The bar is loaded.
282.5 for Christophe Ang.
Nice second attempt here, handling a decent jump, 17 and a half kilos. And looks like he's got another big jump in him. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, let's say 12 and a half kilo jump. I think it should be reasonable. It's 490 kilos now for Tianyu. 47.25 kilos total.
Nice, strong second attempt for Team China.
Maybe a little bit closer to his limits, right? $300 now for Jose Manuel.
The bar is loaded.
Entering into the 300s already in only the second attempts, Alex. Some big pulls in the 83 kilo Group B.
Yeah, only two lifters not trying to hit 300 and above.
And that looks smooth. More where that came from.
The bar is loaded for Patrick Kuti. Also 300 kilos on the bar. That's a nice round number.
And now Patrick, 300 for a solid 750 kilos total.
is all types of strong, isn't he? Enjoying his moment at IPF Worlds as he should. And we got some showmen in this weight class, don't we, Alex?
Oh yeah. This big group has been really entertainment.
It has.
Yeah, pure entertainment, right? And the show goes on with 300 once again for Kenzo Chong.
Nice second attempt, beltless at that.
Oh yeah, haven't noticed that.
Here's some cheers from the crowd, Alex. What's that a precursor to, sir?
Yeah, I think it's a good start, right? This crowd is going to be, the place is going to be full of people in a couple of hours. For the prime time, 63s and 83s. And now Nakagawa, 310 kilos.
He's hit 320. We're getting close. 20 kilo jump from his opener, and depending how this moves, we might see 320 or possibly more than that on his third. Well, it's 3 white lights. I don't think we see. What's that?
315, right?
I thought you said go up 15. I was like, whoa. A lot more confident in that one than I was. No, I think 5 more kilos
Yeah,
is probably on the money.
Yeah. And the same weight for Martin.
Final pull in the second attempts. Nicely done.
Nakagawa went 320. 10 kilo
Well,
jump.
You never know. So some of these gentlemen go up in weight and find another level each time, and they can surprise you.
Yeah.
I've been wrong before.
Yeah. Of course. Some people got the grind in them, so never underestimate a lifter, as we are starting with the third and last round of this B group with Christophe Boulos. For one last time, trying to hit this 280.
Christophe hit 292.5 back home, but we're far away from home today. Just a little too much.
Last attempt for Elias the Buck. 285.
5 kilo jump. I think it's proven Ilias coming back from injury. He's hit 292.5 before, but pacing like the squat and the bench event, a little shy of previous personal bests, seems to be the mark. And he'll finish with 720 if he can hit this.
Yeah, and once again, this is only 12.5 kilos below his total PB, so
Good, solid pull and end of the day for Ilias. A lot more to come the next time you see this young man.
Well done, Elias.
Team Singapore giving their lifter some support before he makes the platform.
He will need some support. Jumping 15 kilos, Christophe Ang.
And this is also a 15 kilo personal best. Should he be able to hit this?
At least he looks ready to battle.
Slow and steady. Just doesn't make it on these, but a valiant effort. Thanks to crowd for their support.
Three 3:02.5 for Xiaotian Yu's last attempt. 2.5 PB attempt. Only competing for 4 years and already attempting a 300 plus deadlift.
This will put him at 737.5. Nice final pull. And that was smooth. 737.5 it is. Thanks the crowd for their support.
Five kilo jump for Jose Manuel.
5 kilo personal best should he get it. And if you're wondering what the world record is in the 83s, 380 kilos by the deadlift demon Anahoro.
Yeah.
He'll be here later on tonight, trying to battle and possibly take the throne from Russell Orhe representing Hungary. Nice final pull again. Alex, the attempt selection on the national teams in Group B, pretty on point for Flight 2.
Yeah, I'll say perfectly calibrated. Flight 2 of B group, only one attempt missed so far. .305 now for Patrick Curzi.
Recalibrated after the bench press event and could be going 3 for 3.
I'm sure he will.
Wow, what a way to finish his day. Put on quite a show in his first IPF Worlds. Looks back at the crowd, all smiles. What an experience for him and the story to tell.
Yeah, has to be one of my favorite lifters of this weight class for sure. The energy he brought, the show, on bench press.
And how about that Dominic Tyrell making his presence felt in Group B?
Oh, that was a hell of a show as well, for sure. Kenzo Chang now 310. 3 lifts to go before ending his B group of the 83s.
A little too much on the day, but he will finish with a respectable 700 kilos even. Here's some war cries off in the wings.
Let's go, Martin. Let's go get these 5 extra kilos to clinch a 742.5 total.
Nicely done for a final pull. The Japanese back on their feet one more time and one last time.
For Tetsuta Nakagawa. As we said, we will have go for a 5 kilo jump. He decided to double it.
Yeah, it's ambitious,
Yeah.
but he's got the crowd behind him. A little too much on the day.
But still, what a great performance. Nakagawa did 742.5 and 310 best deadlift. Hats off to him.
And that will do it for the 83 Group Bs. As we take a look at the deadlifts, a reminder, there's still the Group A session later on today at 7 o'clock local time, where two-time world champion Russell Orhii returns to the platform, where he will be met by European champion Jirens Kengamu from Britain, as well as Enaharo, Kafui Hochoyame from Canada, of course Yanis from France, and several others of the premier lifters from all over the world. Make sure you don't miss it. We'll see you then.